Welcome to Local Matters. I'm Elizabeth Shanahan-Jewett. While our focus is on our region here on the South Shore, global events can have an impact on our communities. Currently, we are witnessing the highest number of persons fleeing their homeland to escape violence, conflict, or persecution since World War II, and there is a lot to understand about what this means here in Massachusetts. On Thursday, April 7th, the Plymouth Area League of Women Voters and Plymouth No Place for Hate Committee are presenting the free educational Refugees and Resettlement, a local perspective. Held at Plymouth Town Hall at 7 p.m., keynote speaker Mary Truong, Executive Director of the Massachusetts Office of Refugees and Immigrants, will provide the landscape of refugee resettlement in the Commonwealth. Catholic Charities volunteer Steve Schrader will then talk about the more local resettlement process of refugees in Plymouth and Cape Cod. A panel of refugees who have recently arrived here will also speak about their personal narratives. This evening will be moderated by local immigration attorney Mara Kelly and aims to inform and provide greater understanding of the complicated process of resettlement. There will be a question and answer session after the presentations. To learn more, visit PlymouthLWV.org. Elevated Roots in Kingston was established to serve the South Shore area through the promotion of health, wellness, and education about the therapeutic effects of cannabis products that are safe, tested, and reliable. This new industry has exploded in Massachusetts, and as we move past the stigma of marijuana, there are still a lot of questions. Julie spoke with Director of Operations Rahul Patel to learn more.
I am pleased to welcome today Rahul Patel, who is the Director of Operations for Elevated Roots, which is a dispensary located in Kingston, Massachusetts. Welcome and thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me, Julie. I'm really excited to be here.
Great. So we have a lot to learn, I think. I know, at least I do. Dispensaries are relatively a new business in Massachusetts. They haven't been around for that long. So before you go into what that is, can you tell a little bit about your background and how you got to be the Director of Operations where you are now?
Absolutely. So a little bit about my background. I was actually one of the brainchilds behind Elevated Roots. So in 2018, I had moved down to Kingston to just learn about the business. I moved in with my uncle, who's one of the partners in the business as well, local. He's lived in Kingston for 20 years. He had started asking me, he's a business owner, he owns convenience stores and things like that. So he started asking me about the industry. For me, it had been a little bit of a dream to get into the industry since I was 18. So I was in door-to-door sales for 6 years, so nothing included in the cannabis industry, but I've always been business-minded, entrepreneurship. So for me, it was really starting early to learn about the regulations that were coming out, to learn about where the industry has the scopes of growth and what really is going to grow in the industry and where it can go, right? Because we're part of an economic boom in my eyes that it's completely different, right? We've never seen an industry like this flourish or even grow, right? Last I compare it to is the prohibition on alcohol, right? Back in the day.
Right.
But so for me, it's really right now was really to figure out, hey, is this going to be, being young at the age I was 23 when I presented the idea of Elevated Roots to my uncle.
Yeah.
And then we just started looking for property in the area.
Mm-hmm.
We ran into some obstacles getting here, but for me, it was at the end of the day, it's a personal thing.
Right.
Cannabis has helped me in many ways.
Mm-hmm.
So
there you are.
That's how. Yeah, there I am.
All right. So let me ask you this. You said there was a lot of challenges to opening this new business. Forget about the fact that it was a pandemic. We'll talk about that in a minute. But the regulations and the rules that were established to open dispensaries must have been incredibly strict, and they were kind of changing a lot. How did that affect your opening and your business plans to open?
There's different steps that we have to take between the town and the state. It's a whole vetting process, not only on the company and the business model that we're presenting to the town and the state, but on ownership and the operators as well. So for us, for me and the team that we put together, it was really to become one of the best partners with the town and really keep the community in mind. Again, we're locals. I live in Plymouth. I've been here for the last 3 years now. I did go to Silver Lake for a couple of years. My uncle has been in Kingston resident for 20 years. Two of the partners are, one of them is Kingston resident. So for us, it was really to help the community. And at the same time, for me, is to present what this plant can do and spread the education behind it. That's why I was so excited.
And I think that's kind of the, there's the rub. Because there was a lot of people that did not think that marijuana dispensaries should open. And clearly the state did vote to make it legal to have them open. So when you talk about education, you want to talk about what marijuana is, what is THC, what are all the different byproducts of it, and how do they help people? And this is, I think, what every dispensary is trying to say, that we have clear-cut rules, we follow regulations, and we have a bunch of products that might be able to support some of your needs. So can you talk a little bit about the types of products that dispensaries now are selling?
Absolutely. I mean, the industry's changed quite a bit in the last, so many different products have been coming out. Your main products are your flowers, or your buds that I like to call it, which make up majority of the market, right? The cool thing is there's different strains, right, within the flower category. There's sativas, indicas, and hybrids. More importantly, there's terpenes also. So, the effects don't only come from the THC percentages, it's all the cannabinoids, it's all the terpenes really working together. Now, one thing that I believe, so there's flower, there's edibles, there is concentrates, so there's oils that come out of the flower, there's vape products, there is pre-rolls. So all these different products, at the end of the day, human bodies are different. I think people should go into a test mode when they come into cannabis and really try out each individual product, because one strain might work for me, may not work for you. One strain might have an X effect on me, but that same effect may have, same strain may have a different effect on you. So it's really to find that right product for you and for the needs that you're looking for, between which category works best.
Whereas Massachusetts has made this legal, some of our neighboring states have not. So people really, they buy here and they consume here. This is not something to take out of state. Is that correct?
Correct. So one of the regulation is it's not meant to be crossed by state lines. So, for us, we see a lot of, we're right on Route 3 going down to the Cape. So during summertime, we see a lot of tourist traffic for that reason. We have TV screens in there that say, hey, this is meant to be in-state consumption.
Okay, perfect. So people know that going in. It's also an all-cash business. Can you talk about that? Why?
So it's not. So some places are accepting debit cards now. So there is a way that dispensaries are able to accept debit cards. It's not your normal process that we have to go through. That but there is ways that the industry has allowed debit cards to be processed through a cashless ATM mean, where our terminals act like ATMs per se.
But you can't pay for anything with a credit card.
No, definitely not.
And that's
not
because
yet.
Those are federally regulated, and this is a state.
Correct.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay.
Yep.
So, what are the misnomers or the misconceptions that you run into the most about dispensaries?
I think one of the biggest misconception, I guess, is, for me, it is that it's a lot of, I guess, the stigma around the people that smoke weed. I mean, if you really come in and see the demographic of people, it's all walks of life. It's not just men, it's not women, it's literally all walks of life. Doesn't matter, old, young, it does not matter. I think this plant is one of those things where it's neutral all along the way, where it does not matter. I think it brings these benefits on the educational sides. Once you really figure out and narrow down your dosages and things like that, I think people can really benefit from the plant going forward more than anything like that.
And I know personally, I know a couple people that they have diseases or different things that they manage pain with this versus opioids. Do you find that there's a trend towards people doing that?
Yeah, I think a lot of as a lot more research gets done, right? The industry was not really allowed to do a lot of the R&D and the research up until now, where we can really dive deep into the cannabinoid system and the endocannabinoid system and how these different cannabinoids help with different things in the body. There are more and more products that are coming off with effect-based products. Products that have melatonin in it that help with sleep, that also have CBN in it. So CBN is a molecule, a cannabinoid that's found in cannabis that is known, and research has found that it helps with sleep.
Sure.
So there's different cannabinoids and more research being done to help develop newer products for that.
So this industry is really in its infancy as far as what the research will bring and what testing will bring and what other products might come down the line, correct?
100%. I think we're going to really see a nice big change in the upcoming 3 to 5 years in the industry with, there's already a lot of product in the industry, from beverages and squeezes and Crystal Light type of mixtures and things like that are coming out. But you're going to see a big change on the cannabinoid side of things, where it's going to really become effect specific, in my mind, I think is where the industry is going to tend to go.
Okay, and so you will keep your people educated, your consumers educated, and I certainly hope the whole industry will do the same, and it should, correct?
100%. I think everyone, that should be the goal right now, is education for everyone.
Super. Thank you so much, Rahul. It was wonderful to talk to you, and best of luck to you.
Thank you so much. Have a great day.
You too.
Thank you. For free blogs and more information on this topic, visit elevatedrootsma.com. Have you visited Burial Hill in Plymouth Town Square and wondered about the lives of the people memorialized there? On April 2nd, join Dr. Ann Mason as she illuminates the travel accounts of individuals who made their lives here but journeyed widely in Travel Tour, Plymouthians on the Move. This is the first in a limited series of 4 themed history tours of the ancient burial ground, offered by the continuing partnership of the Plymouth Antiquarian Society and Pilgrim Hall Museum, marking a return to a live, in-person format for the first time since the COVID-19 pandemic. This free 1-hour tour begins at the very top of Burial Hill at 1 p.m. No reservation is required, but your most comfortable footwear is. Burial Hill has a steep hillside. To learn more about this and other tours in the series, visit the event page at plymouthantiquarian.org. The Plymouth Area Chamber of Commerce serves not only local businesses, but the community at large by sounding a strong voice on regional and local business issues. We stopped in to talk with Director of Operations Bob Nolette about the Chamber's upcoming Business Expo, and to get an update on the fundraising success for the Plymouth One Fund of the fantastic March 11th event, Dancing with Our Stars.
We have our annual Business Expo coming up. It is March 31st at Hotel 1620 from 12 to 4 p.m. It's a great opportunity to get down, network with local businesses, let people know about what you have to offer and find out what they have to offer. It's great for building contacts, generating leads, and so much more. There's headshots that'll be available, professional headshots people can purchase at a very discounted rate. We have a great seminar series that is free for the general public to attend as well this year. They're 45 minutes each, and they're on topics ranging from what is Instagram and how to use Reels and whatnot to generate business, to the work-life balance. With everything going on, how can you really kind of have a nice balance, especially when you get home after a busy day, and recruiting, retention, and engagement. That's gonna be a big HR seminar that I think will be highly attended as well, because that's what we're hearing right now from our local small businesses is, where do you recruit from and how do you keep your employees engaged? The expo is free to attend for the general public. We have amazing giveaways that we'll be giving away all day long, so please bring your business cards down, enter them into the raffle drum at the Chamber booth that's located right outside of the main hall, and you'll be entered to win those amazing raffles and prizes. It's been a couple years in the making and everyone's really looking forward to it, so we hope that you can join us on March 31st at Hotel 1620 from 12 to 4 p.m. So we had a great event on Friday night, Dancing with Our Stars. We had 8 amazing dancers from the local community that did a fantastic job with fundraising, and really, all the money that was raised is going directly to support local small Plymouth businesses. Lieutenant Mark Higgins is our Mirror Ball Trophy winner this year, so he did a fantastic job, and just big congratulations to all of the winners. Special thank you has to go to Fred Astaire Dance Studio for partnering with us on this great event. It was actually their idea. They approached us and we said absolutely when we heard it was going to support the One Fund. And of course PACTV for being so supportive and helping us televise it, have a live broadcast in the room for people to see playbacks and whatnot, so we can't thank you enough. So to date, the Plymouth One Fund has collected over $120,000 that we will be distributing to local small businesses in need. We have a very easy and simple application process that they fill out what their needs are for and how they're going to use the funds and how that they're going to be able to help them, and then we distribute the funds that way. To date, we've given out $86,000 to local Plymouth small businesses. So this event has really helped us refill that pot of money, and we hope that businesses in need, apply for it.
You may have caught a glimpse of one of our stars, our Executive Director, Julie Thompson, who volunteered to contribute her dancing skills to the fundraiser. We are so proud of her. For more details on the Business Expo or the Plymouth One Fund, visit the Chamber website. Stephanie Chase is a musician and singer-songwriter who has raised 5 children and is the grandmother to 9. Her interactive performances under the apropos moniker of Mama Steph has gained her a large and loyal audience, and Mama Steph is coming to Duxbury. On April 13th from 2:30 to 3:15 p.m., head to the Merry Room at the Duxbury Free Library with your little one to sing and dance with one of the South Shore's favorite musicians. Visit the Duxbury Free Library website to register. Next up, we have Mark McKinley with what's happening in our schools.
Thanks, Elizabeth. Here's a look at what's happening in our schools. The deadline for applications to the Career and Technical Education program at Silver Lake High School is April 1st. Find the application online at slrhs.slrsd.org under the CTE tab. There, you can also learn about the programs offered and the admission and application process. Local scholarship information for seniors is now available on the Silver Lake High School's guidance website and in the guidance office. They are organized by town and by district. Deadlines and requirements vary, so check in with your guidance counselor with any questions you have. At Pembroke High School, Naviance and the Scholarship Bulletin Board outside the guidance office is full of opportunities to help with the cost of college tuition. Most deadlines are April 1st to apply. Some scholarships require a transcript and letters of recommendation. Seniors will need to complete a transcript request form and submit it at least 5 days prior to the scholarship deadline. This form is also available on the PHS website, Guidance Google Classroom, and in the guidance office. On March 30th at 6:30 p.m., the Pembroke High School Guidance Department will host a virtual college admissions seminar. Admission representatives from Stonehill College, UMass Amherst, St. Anselm's College, and the University of Tampa will discuss their college admission processes. A virtual link and sign-up information can be found on the Guidance Department's page on the school district's website. And a reminder that Pembroke High School seniors must complete a total of 40 hours of community service prior to graduation. Community service options are posted on all students' Guidance Google Classrooms and on the bulletin board inside the guidance office. Silver Lake High seniors have a community service requirement for graduation as well and can find out more information on the guidance page at the district website. It is March, and that means Kingston Elementary School has a new value of the month: curiosity. For the month of March, students are encouraged to be curious in class and at home, asking questions about how things are made and why, looking for clues and ways to solve problems, and showing interest and eagerness to know and learn information. Be on the lookout for the curious kids of Kingston Elementary. At North Pembroke Elementary School, 5th graders Elle McPhee and Alexis Levy start the Positivity Around Pembroke Club to spread positivity around the school. Along with some friends, they will be putting a smile on everyone's faces by hanging positive posters around the school. The Silver Lake Auto Shop is currently accepting automotive and maintenance repairs. Feel free to call and schedule an appointment at 781-585-3844, extension 1637. Silver Lake High School CTE students involved in Skills USA competed in the district competition on March 4th. 5 students will be moving on to the state competition on Friday, April 29th. This spring, Pembroke Middle School is launching a unified basketball team. Unified sports gives students an opportunity to compete on the same team. Through collaboration in unified sports, athletes improve their social and behavioral skills while displaying their potential, and partners develop a broader sense of compassion, leadership, and understanding. Practices have begun, and their home game will be on March 25th at 3:45 p.m. against West Bridgewater. Students and parents are welcome to come and cheer for our team. The Pembroke High School's boys basketball team may have lost in the round of 16, but that does not take away from the amazing season they had. The first Patriot League title since 2009, and the first state tournament game since 2009, finishing the season at 17-3, which included a 16-game win streak. Congratulations to Coach Vincenzi and the team for a great season. Student life continues to be busy heading into the spring. Silver Lake High School's 24-hour festival is happening March 25th and 26th. This is open to the public on March 26th at 7 p.m. The spring play is all in the timing. 6 one-act plays by David Ives. Rehearsals are continuing, and the performances will be April 28th and 29th in the high school auditorium. Pembroke will be holding their Credit for Life Fair on April 8th. This financial literacy fair is in collaboration with Rockland Trust and will be presented to the senior class throughout the day. The Pembroke High School Music Department will present its annual solo and ensemble concert on Thursday, April 7th at 6:30 p.m. in the high school auditorium. The concert features solo and ensemble performances by student musicians. The concert is free of charge and all are welcome to attend. The Pembroke Community Middle School will be presenting Willy Wonka Jr. at the high school auditorium on Friday, March 25th and Saturday, March 26th. Both performances start at 7 p.m. and tickets will be available at the door. The Pembroke Special Education Advisory Council will be presenting an online workshop on April 25th on the topic of bullying. Contact sepacpembroke@gmail.com for more information. It's not too early to think about summer camps. Camp Invention will be held at the Hobbamock Elementary School July 11th through the 15th for students in grades 1 through 6. You can learn more at invent.org/camp or email the camp director. Thanks for watching this edition of In Our Schools. I'm Mark McKinley, and we will see you next time.
Hospice Services of Massachusetts is a team of caring professional staff and volunteers committed to enabling patients diagnosed with a life-limiting illness to live each day as fully as possible, and they are seeking veteran-to-veteran volunteers. If you yourself have served, you know the instant connection of the shared experience of military service. You can make a difference through social and supportive visits with patients and their families, or with a cup of coffee and companionship in the Vet-to-Vet Cafe. Hospice Services of Massachusetts provides extensive training and ongoing support to all volunteers. To offer your support, contact them at 508-291-0049. Here's Keith Hughes with an all-new Snapshot.
Welcome to Snapshot, where we take a local look at the government stories that you may have missed. State Representative Kathy Lenatra has announced the return of in-person office hours starting this month at community centers in each town of the 12th Plymouth District. Constituents are welcome to come and speak to either Representative Lenatra or a member of her staff about issues important to them. If you prefer to meet virtually or at another time convenient to you, you can contact her office at 617-722-2430 or by emailing kathleen.lenatra@mahouse.gov. And with the State House open again to the public, you can book a tour through her office or by visiting www.sec.state.ma.us for more information. With the rising cost of fuel, families across the state are looking for help paying their utility bills. If you need assistance, call your utility company before the end of March to learn about the programs available, including flexible payment plans and balance forgiveness programs. For more information, visit the State Attorney General's page at mass.gov for answers to frequently asked questions about electric and gas utilities. You can also visit www.mass211.org or dial 211 to locate resources. Consumer Protection Week is over, but there are actions you can take year-round to protect yourself and your family from fraud and scams. Receiving robocalls, texts, and phishing phone calls can be annoying and sometimes frightening. Never provide your personal or financial information by text, email, or over the phone, and always approach texts from people you don't know with caution. To find out more about what you can do to protect yourself, visit the Federal Trade Commission's website at www.consumer.ftc.gov to learn more about common scams and how to report them. The town of Plymouth has a new feature to report potholes and other road hazards residents see or experience around town. On the homepage of the town's website, there's a link under the Citizen Action Center where you can report the location and type of road hazard to the Highway Department, and they can follow up on it. If you're a Duxbury resident and would like detailed information about town statistics, visit the town's website and click on ClearGov Transparency Center under the News tab. You'll be brought to the ClearGov site for Duxbury, where you can take a detailed look at the town's revenues, expenditures, demographics, and more, comparing Duxbury's data with the same information from other local communities. Thanks for watching this edition of Snapshot. I'm Keith Hughes, and we'll see you next time.
And that wraps this episode of Local Matters. Thank you for watching. Visit the local scene on YouTube, social media, or our website at pactv.org/thelocalscene for more of what's good and good to know in our area. From all of us at PACTV, have a safe and happy week. We will see you next time. Thank you for watching. We are grateful for your attention. If you like what you saw, please like and subscribe to The Local Scene here and share everywhere. Thank you, friends.